Hi, all. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm just here to give a quick update on what is going on this week. So, I just posted on Google Classroom the asynchronous work for Monday and Tuesday. As you can read here, I'm not going to be present. I will be interviewing candidates for the new Office of Equity and Inclusion for Cambridge Public Schools. As such, I decided that I was going to provide asynchronous work for Monday and Tuesday. I am still waiting to hear back on what a substitute will look like, if it means that you all are just required to make sure that you do the asynchronous work in order to be marked present, or if that means there will be a substitute and you'll have to log on to an alternative Zoom in order to get participation, or not participation, but be marked present for the day. I will get back to everyone on that as soon as I hear. I quickly, before I go into exactly what we're doing this week, I do want to go through the slides a little bit so that everyone is kind of on the same page of what the slides look like. So first of all, you can go to Google Classroom and you'll see that this was posted just now. Note that it is due on Wednesday at noon, so really make sure that that is in on time. I suggest using the time that is allotted for our regular scheduled class on Tuesday or Monday and Tuesday for doing this work. So if you click on the slides, really make sure that you are logged into Cambridge Public Schools or your Cambridge Public School email, because if you're not going to have access to the slide deck and you're not going to have access to all of the material or the virtual material on the slide deck either. So it is for my Monday and Tuesday classes. You'll notice that all of the times you have to write, it's in this color, it's in a box. The do now is, in your opinion, what is the difference between reacting and responding? We haven't had the chance in all of my classes to talk about the difference between reacting and responding. So this is just kind of taking a stab at it. Usually, generally though, reacting is like the first kind of emotional reaction you have. Responding is once you're able to come down from that reaction and have a more leveled response. So we can come back to that later. I'd like to see, though, what your opinion is on the difference between reacting and responding. Make sure it's in a complete sentence. I really do not like, and you will be knocked down points if all I receive is I don't know. This Google form is super, super, super important. We're going to be doing an activity next week that has to do with gender, and I want to make sure that all the students feel comfortable participating. And if the student does not feel comfortable participating, this Google form is there to make sure that I can provide an alternative assignment for next week. So really make sure that you look through this Google form, or not look through it, but answer the Google form. And this needs to be done by Wednesday. So really make sure that this Google form is answered. All right, so the next part of this is reading and listening to Jamaica Kincaid's Girl. So the reading portion, if you notice, this is a link. So you're going to want to click on that link in order to read. And then this is also a link here to listen. Jamaica Kincaid actually reads her story aloud. In my opinion, I think it's good if you both read and then listen to this short prose piece. So this on this slide, I just want your reactions. So this means that like whatever emotional kind of what are the first emotions that come up? What are your first impressions? And then and again, complete sentences, saying something like I don't know is not adequate. All right, slide 6, make sure you're annotating this Google document. This is the second step. When I say annotating, I mean, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. I mean highlighting. So for example, oops, this is not it. Okay. For example, if we are to highlight this here, and then we go highlight color in yellow, there we go. It's highlighted. So I know that you think that wash the white clothes on Monday is important. Let's see here. An annotation, or, if you have a question, you might want to just comment and say, why is this in italics? And to me, that is an annotation, and that is a good annotation as well. It might be interesting that the author used the word khaki here. I'm not saying any of this is right, but it might be interesting that the author used the word choice or the word khaki, and so you might underline that. And these are markers. These will be markers for me to make sure that I know that you had at least gone over this and done your best to electronically annotate this sheet. If you want, you're more than welcome to print it out, to take a picture of it, and to attach it to the assignment as well. But you can definitely, you're definitely capable of just annotating on this as well. So going back, maybe was it that one? Yeah, this is one. Okay. So the challenge here is if you, so moving to the next slide. Now we're talking about response. So why do you think Kincaid wrote girl? And if you want, this is the challenge. Write a structured paragraph with a theme statement, supporting evidence and analysis. So if you learned how to do that in middle school, please go ahead and take that challenge. I'd love to see some of this writing and see where you're at. We will be starting our first 5-paragraph essay in about 14 days, maybe even less than that. So I do want to see kind of where you're at skills level. And then if not, simply respond to the question above. You can still receive full points for that. Just make sure, again, that it's in complete sentences. I don't know is not good enough. Do your best. If you take a stab at it, I will recognize that. And that is all. So that's the first thing that we're going to do at the beginning of the week. The second part of the week, when I'm actually in class, we're going to continue reading American-Born Chinese, and then we are going to actually have a discussion on Jamaica Kincaid's Girl. As I was saying at the beginning of this video, we will have a activity next week that has to do with Girl by Jamaica Kincaid, and it's the gender activity I was talking about at the beginning of the video. And that is a really great activity. I have had a lot of positive responses from it, and it's something I definitely want to do with this class. But again, please really make sure you fill out the Google form so I know that we are all on the same page. Once again, if you have any questions for me, please hit me up through email, the Remind app. I am not great at the Remind app still, honestly, but you can get in touch with me there. You can also get in touch with me via email, and right now my response time is anywhere between like 48 hours and like 60 hours. So please, I'm doing my best with email, but I will get back as soon as possible. If it's something urgent, I will obviously get back faster. And with that, I look forward to seeing all of you soon on Thursday and Friday. Again, if you do need extra help, though, I am available Monday, Thursday, and Friday from 2 to 2:30 using our regular Zoom link for office hours. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.